Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Final Destination Bloodlines is currently in cinemas and has received an overall positive reception by audience members. It is sitting at a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 3.2 review score on Letterboxd. So it's fair to say people are loving the new installment of Final Destination, but why? How is a franchise that has been gone for over a decade? Yes, the last installment of Final Destination came out in 2011. How has this film been able to return from the grave and capture the imagination and the interest of horror audiences? How did this movie that overall has had some pretty bad installments in it, let's be honest, the fourth and the fifth installments of Final Destination were not very good. Overall, they're pretty lukewarm movies. So how did this film guys take a huge break, come back, and be able to just deliver a successful new installment? Let's figure this out together, shall we? Also, real quick, if you like horror movies, please hit that subscribe button. I have to plug this in every video because apparently people can't just click a button. It is free. Please do that. So yes, how the heck did the Final Destination series manage to come back with a sixth installment and find success? See, the thing is, these movies were released in the early 2000s. So all the babies born in the 90s would have grown up with this horror franchise. The audience that grew up with these movies are now in their late 20s and their early 30s. Which means the nostalgia for these movies is at an all-time high. But we've also got to remember that the Final Destination movies have found themselves onto Netflix and other streaming platforms, which means young people have grown up with these movies in this digital age. So the nostalgia is there not only for the people that grew up with these movies on DVD or watching them in the cinema, but for the younger generation who have been browsing the horror section of Netflix their entire lives. I mean, how great is it that Final Destination Bloodline continues to exist in the same universe as those previous movies? I think that is incredible. Like, just imagine if this movie was a soft reboot or a remake. I think people would have been pretty upset. And I don't think it would have been nearly as well received as it has been. But what makes these movies so incredible is the wild and ridiculous death sequences. This is a franchise where freak accidents and tragic incidents are what the audience craves. I also love the fact that everybody has a different death that they associate with the franchise, like one or two deaths that really stand out for them. For me, I always think about the guy slipping on the noodles and then getting impaled through the eye by the fire escape ladder. Or the two girls that get cooked alive in the tanning beds. Let me know down in the comments below what are some of the more memorable deaths from the franchise that instantly come to mind for you. But what's really cool is this franchise seems to be back on track with this new installment. I mean, some of the deaths in this movie are ridiculous. They are funny, they are cursed, they are weird, they are breathtaking. I personally hope we get a lot more Final Destination movies. Like, I really hope that Warner Brothers Pictures sees the success of Bloodlines and just immediately greenlights a bunch of sequels. And maybe we get super weird with it. Maybe Death gets just fed up with all of these weird prophecies and just sends a serial killer to do all of the dirty work. You could go in so many different weird directions with this franchise. We could have Final Destination set in space, in the future, or maybe we could do a prequel set in the 1800s. It is just so cool to see a horror franchise, a franchise like Final Destination from the early 2000s, still around and kicking. But what about you? Do you think this franchise has the legs to keep going? Have you seen the movie yet? Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to keep watching horror movies, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everybody.